Hello everyone, we have two big pieces of news of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero today. The first provided by Neki Kage and the second provided by Biscuit. One being one of the best gameplay features ever, and the other being one of the worst gameplay features ever. The first one is the tag team swap ability. Now, this in Sparking Zero has been confirmed to not be a glitch or an oversight at all. It's actually a genuine feature. Whenever you're doing like an attack, a super attack, a combo or anything, you can tag out to another character immediately, and pressing the attack button with the new tagged in character does actually start a different combo chain. So we did see a tiny bit of this before also with the androids, but now we're seeing like the actual full deal and seeing it with multiple other characters, which is really cool. Again, leave a like on the video and let me know what you think about all the new features to Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, as well as the especially massive game-breaking bug. Let's talk about that for a tiny bit before we go back to the tag team combo ability in Sparking Zero. Now, I'll be playing this fight in full until we get to the point of the actual game-breaking bug to show you that this is a normal Dragon Ball Sparking Zero match. There's only one instance of a different glitch happening before the actual major glitch happens, and I do want to show that too, but the match just starts off as a typical Gotenks versus Gogeta match, and then proceeds to be exceedingly chaotic, with characters having the inability to fight back for the rest of the game. So, this gameplay is from Biscuit B23 again. Shout out to Biscuit. Again, link to both channels in the description, because if you want to watch the full videos, then yes, that's where you would go to see all of the things, okay? Okay, that just makes sense. So, I want to say one big thing about the reason why this glitch is going to happen before it actually does happen. So, in Tenkaichi 3, whenever you did an ultimate attack or a rush super attack, it would both teleport you and the opponent to the middle of the game's like map, so that way you're, even if you were like in the corner of the map, like in the sky or something, when you do hit someone with an ultimate attack or a melee super, it would teleport you both into the middle of the map, so that way when, you know, you come out of that super attack or ultimate attack, you would both get put inside the, you know, the center of the stage. It was the best way to avoid like any potential glitches or bugs, or like, you know, the map not like kind of aligning to where the players are. You know, it's a good way to stop things like people getting stuck inside of walls or invisible barriers and stuff like that. And Sparking Zero does actually change this so that melee supers and ultimate attacks will also just happen in the world in real time. So if you do them in the corner of the map, when they're finished, you'll both still be in the corner of the map. I think there's only one or a few other ultimate attacks in the game that don't follow this rule, where they have a cinematic that actually does teleport the person who at least uses it to the middle of the stage, but not the enemy, to kind of create a sense of distance, right? Man, Gotenks' grab animation is genuinely like super cool. But yeah, Sparking Zero does change the Tenkaichi formula to instead be like, hey, the attacks are real time now, so when you do stuff like Meteor Explosion in like, you know, in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, it can entirely happen underwater, it can happen super high in the sky, it can happen on ground level, so that way you and the opponent are both flying through buildings in real time during the cinematic, which looks really cool. But the one glaring flaw of it is that because it happens in real time, when you do stuff like stage destruction, the game goes, oh hey, you know, we should calculate this in real time too. And it creates a very big bug, so you'll see that when we get to it. But for now, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is low on health, and Goku is also low on health, so Gotenks should soon swap out to the next fighter, and the fighter actually causes the disaster to begin with, right? The flames of disaster! I need to get that out of my head. But the fighter that actually causes the disaster to begin with, which is no one more fitting than Majin Buu himself, specifically Kid Buu, because he is an absolute menace. He literally causes problems all the time. In fact, he causes the main problem of this video. Before we go back to the tag team stuff, that's really cool, but I wanted to get the game-breaking bug out of the way first, because that's kind of really big. So, here it is. Kid Buu is fighting Gogeta, and Gogeta is pushed in a scenario. I think it's around here. He gets knocked back into a scenario or a place where a piece of land would spawn when the area gets destroyed. Oh, there's the Gogeta grab. Boom. Very nice to see. And where Gogeta's standing right now is actually where new lands pops up during the planetary destruction. Also, this clip is good proof that Kid Buu does actually destroy planets in one hit. Thank God his move called Planet Burst actually does burst planets. So we see Kid Buu for his ultimate attack here. And we get a nice visual bug where the destruction of the area isn't properly loading in. And then they skip the destruction cinematic also. You can see the destruction is not loading in properly. It looks really off. Then they skip the cinematic and boom. Where is Gogeta? Oh, he's inside that rock. And now, just like the Pillar Men from JoJo's Part 2, he is stuck there. He is not getting out. I imagine maybe you could still hit him if you had like some sort of super explosive wave-esque move, something that like maybe passes through like walls. But no, he's stuck. So I really can't do any more than just tell you he's stuck and show you he's stuck. And this is only happening because, again, the game loads things in real time. So where Gogeta was standing was actually where a piece of land happens to pop up when an area destruction does happen, which is definitely unfortunate. It also happens to be one of those indestructible pieces of land, so he's not getting out of there anytime soon. And I do believe this is super perfect Cell. So he does not have, perfect barrier. Perfect barrier would have been the perfect move to check if it could hit him through the wall still. But no, he's just stuck there for the rest of the time. I'm not sure if the AI could tag out, because again, we don't know what options the AI or like what the player would have available to them if they get put in a scenario, right? Maybe players have a mechanic where the game checks long enough to see if you're moving or not, and allows you to swap characters for free, which allows you to get out of these kind of glitchy, exposed spots, right? But for now, massive game-breaking bug. Wasn't in any of the other builds, or maybe no one was just unlucky enough to have this happen to them, since this does require standing in a specific place when the planetary destruction does occur. And as you could see, you could still damage him in there with a Kamehameha and stuff. But it's like, man, and then look at this. Time's up. So it's like you could lose an entire character in there especially, and just suffer so much like defeat from just being put in such an unfortunate place. It really does just suck. It's like it's a definitely hard pill to swallow. And that's pretty much it for the game-breaking bug. I hope this doesn't spread onto the full game. And please let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below would be the appropriate fix to a situation as dire as that. And now let's go back to the tag team character swapping out based gameplay with Nekikage. Because again, this stuff is really cool. I love seeing characters get like hit and knocked back, and then, oh my god. I love these little character animations when they're done with their super attacks, by the way. Especially Buhan's celebration right there after the Kamehameha. That's just exceedingly peak. It's just so good, you know. I think I said this in a different video, but I love it, alright? It's just very cool. And we get a bit more of the tag team ability here, seeing Vegito actually tag team into second form Cell. Now keep in mind, it does look kind of slow in this gameplay, but that's because tag teaming or swapping characters with the classic controls in particular is said by Nekikage to be quite tough. I think this does mean that when we saw the last gameplay from Death Daddy with the tag team feature shown to us for the first time proper, he must have been using the standard controls rather than the classic controls, because apparently swapping characters in classic is holding down both the left stick and right stick, so L3 and R3 if you're on PlayStation, and then afterwards you need to move another button just to pick the character you want to come in, which that does sound like a lot to do, especially in the heat of like comboing someone. But when we watch the previous gameplay again from Death Daddy, and oh my god, we just saw another tag team combo with a Great Ape coming in too. That is insane. Yeah, we actually see the AI DBZ Broly do a combo, and at the last hit of his combo, he quickly tags in, which is much faster when Nekikage does it. He quickly tags in into Great Ape Vegeta. So that's an example of a fast tag. You can still tag characters really quickly in this, but with the classic controls, it does seem a bit harder than with the standard controls. Maybe in due time, when the game's been out for a bit, we can do it really quick with classic controls too. But I'm going to show you what it looked like when Death Daddy did this before in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero of the androids. This is a really fast instance of it, and it shows that when you tag in characters, you don't just have to do one punch. You can do a full combo and then end off with a super attack, like we see here with 18 and 17's team attack combo. Either way, I think that is a good place to end the video. We have some big news when it comes to character team attacks, which is that they are very good and probably advisable, since it seems like you can tag characters quickly back in. We do see Fat Boo tag in Super Boo for a combo, then we see Super Boo tag Fat Boo in back immediately, even though character tagging usually has a charge timer. But I guess when you do it in a combo, it must be shortened in some way, shape or form. And then we got bad news with you can get stuck inside of objects because of the way ultimate attacks and melee super attacks work, but only really if you destroy the planet. So I think this will only be an issue for ultimate attacks, and it might get worse depending on which stages have what destructibles come up when the planet gets destroyed. Maybe Earth has some really bad ones too, right? Imagine getting stuck in a giant central rock pillar from the old Tenkaichi 3 planet. God damn, that would suck. But yes, this is a good place to end the video. Again, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like on the video. And don't forget to subscribe, as it greatly supports the channel. And please leave a comment down below as to what you'd like to see next. Love you all. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Take care and peace.